One of the biggest questions that I've ever asked myself is, am I a good person? Now I'm realizing that I'm not. I used to think that I was a good person. It's very easy to deceive yourself. It's very easy to believe that you're a good person because you understand yourself. See, if you understand yourself, you understand why you do things that others may consider to be bad. See, if we understood other people, I don't think we would think that there is a person that's actually bad, because we'll understand why they do the things that they do. No, people understand their own motives. They understand their own feelings, their own emotions, their own desires. I don't desire to harm others at all. I've never had a desire to harm others. Even when I'm angry at other people, I don't want to harm them. I don't want them to feel pain. But does that mean that I'm better than the people who want others to feel pain? So the problem is that those who want others to feel pain didn't create themselves. They didn't choose to have the desire to want to see others feel pain. They're just the way that they are. I'm not a thief. I don't steal from others. Not because I'm better than people who steal, but because I don't want to steal. But what about people who want to steal? You see, I do what I want to do. It's just that I'm lucky enough to only want to do things that are considered to be good, or maybe not only want to do the things that are considered to be good, but I mostly want to do the things that are considered to be good. That's being lucky. That doesn't mean that I'm better than those who cause harm. They cause harm because they want to cause harm. I don't cause harm because I don't want to cause harm. If I wanted to cause harm, I'd probably cause harm. If the desire to cause harm was strong enough, then I would cause harm. We are not good just because we really want to be good. We are good because life programmed us to behave in a way that's acceptable. So we consider ourselves to be good. Not really that we are actually good. Like, that's not what the truth is. The truth is that life just programmed us to behave in a way that is considered to be acceptable by society. Or some of us are just cowards. So we do desire to do bad things, but we don't because we're afraid. There's something that I like to do is to introspect. Try to understand myself. Try to understand why I do the things that I do. Why I feel the way that I do. What I've realized is that I'm not a good person. But that's not the only thing that I've realized. I've also realized that no one is a good person. We're just evil in our own way. I like to say that a judge is not better than a criminal. there have been so many judges that have been committing crime, but that they've never been caught, just because they were privileged enough to find themselves in a position where they can actually get away with committing crime. Some took bribe, some chose to favor the people that they love. Some let their emotions get in the way. But that's not because they're better than the people that they got locked up. No. They're just privileged. It's like if you consider yourself to be a good person, you're just privileged. You don't want to cause harm. Like the desire to cause harm is not strong enough. Anyone can do anything. Like in this realm, anyone can do anything. If the desire is strong enough, you can do anything. You can be made to do anything, as long as the desire is strong enough. It's just that those who are privileged tend to think they're better. My father worked for the Department of Justice. I've seen a lot of things there that made me realize that just because someone is in a position of power doesn't actually mean that they are good. This reminds me of this movie starring Denzel Washington, where he says, "King Kong got nothing on me." What's the name of this? I think it's called Training Day. So he was a cop, but he was corrupt. He was running the streets. He was committing crime. But he was in a better position than the people that he was getting locked up. So it seemed like he was the good guy, but he wasn't. He was just privileged. A lot of people will think they're good just because they're privileged. Like, you're just privileged. Like, life is treating you well. You're not a good person. Life is just treating you well. Like, think about it. If you were really desperate, life was not treating you well, life was not giving you what you want, do you really think that you'd still be, this kind person that you believe yourself to be? Life is not treating you well. Life is not giving you what you want. It's literally denying you what you want, what you desire. How would you be? How would you be if you had nothing and you've tried everything to get what you want, but you still had nothing? How would you be? I think as we become more and more conscious, we need to realize how evil we are, like all of us. You, the people that you don't like, the people who have done you wrong, the people that you know have done horrible things, people that you don't understand at all. All of us are bad. Some are just like you than others. Some can get away with being bad. Some were just programmed in a way that society considers to be acceptable. See, we're programmed to be what we are at the end of the day. That's why I tell people that this cannot be a school, because you cannot learn to be good. You can never be good. If you were supposed to be good, you wouldn't necessarily need to come here and experience what we're experiencing here. You see, this world actually corrupts us and makes it impossible for us to be good. That is why I call it a hell realm. because I can see that people can never be good. Even the people that believe themselves to be good, they are not good. Just like I was telling you that a judge is not better than a criminal. So the only difference is that a judge is privileged. You see, they were given the power to judge others by society. So it seems like they're good. But are they? If they were in a position where they were desperate and to get what they wanted, they needed to commit crime, wouldn't they? See, the whole society is fucked up, man, like when you think deeply about it. It's so fucked up that if you are truly honest with yourself, it's impossible to love what is going on in the world. It's just impossible. You can't. This is not a good place. Yes, it seems like it is a good place because we are all supposed to pretend as if this is a good place. We are all supposed to pretend as if this is working, even if it's not working. We lie to ourselves a lot. We see horrible things happening, but we lie to ourselves because we've been programmed to lie to ourselves. We're programmed to be cowards. See, if you're not honest, you're a coward. See, I'm not a good person, but what I've realized about myself is that I'm very honest. So I don't consider myself a coward because I am honest. Now, I'm not behaving like I'm really brave, but because society is full of cowards, I cannot consider myself a coward because I'm actually more honest and more real than most people. So I cannot consider myself a coward, but I should actually be doing better than I'm doing now. I should actually be more honest than I am now. But people are not honest. It's so scary. You know, it gets to a point where honesty gets you in trouble. Seeing things as they are gets you in trouble. See, in a world where everyone is blind, seeing is a sin. If you're able to see the truth, in a world where people are not able to see the truth, you are automatically a sinner. Like, there's no way around it. You are automatically a sinner. You are a villain. There's a reason why villains that actually like explaining themselves make a lot of sense. Ever watched movies where villains actually like expressing themselves? Like, you listen to their story, you listen to what they're telling you. Sure. You listen to their story, you listen to what they're telling you, and you realize that they are actually making a lot of sense. You know, you listen to, Thanos. Like, he makes a lot of sense. Like, you actually understand what he's actually saying. You listen to Joker, he makes a lot of sense. You actually understand what he's saying. You're like, hey, this dude is fucked up, but he makes a lot of sense. So, if you're truly going to be real, you will automatically be a villain. Like, you'll automatically be against society because society is living a lie. See, everything is upside down, right? That is the problem. The problem is that everything is upside down. So those who are honest will be in trouble. I actually like the story of Jesus Christ. Do I believe that it's true? It doesn't matter. I see that story repeating itself, right, in our lives. Those who want to save the world, those who want to save people, they end up getting crucified. In fact, society will think that you're stupid if you try to do the right thing. Do you know that? Steve Biko's parents probably thought he was stupid. Steve Biko's friends probably thought he was stupid. Nelson Mandela's friend, I mean, when he was still, trying to like really do the right thing, probably thought he was stupid. Malcolm X's, look, people know how stupid they are as a collective. Like maybe as individuals they don't realize how stupid they are, but as a collective we know how stupid we are. So when we see a person trying to do the right thing, we think they're stupid for wanting to do the right thing, because we know how we respond when people are trying to do the right thing. You see? We ask ourselves, why is this person trying to do the right thing if everyone who tries to do the right thing fails? Because as a collective we're dumb. We're never going to support a person who is actually trying to do the right thing. So why is this person trying to do the right thing? It's a silly game. And what makes it worse is the fact that no one consented. To being here. Listen, even if this was good, the fact that no one consented to being here is a red flag, right? Bro, there are guys out there who think they're good, and who think they can treat the women that they like good, right? Like you're a guy, you're like, I'm a good person. I do have some money. I can actually treat the woman that I want well. But it doesn't mean that you should kidnap her. If she doesn't feel you, she doesn't feel you. If she feels that guy who gives no shit about her at all, that guy who has like 18 girlfriends and he doesn't care about any of them, you know that you will die for that girl that you want, and you know that she's in a relationship with a guy that doesn't want her, that doesn't care about her, that really, really doesn't give a shit about her. You know that. You're smart. You're a guy. You get it. You know. But that doesn't mean that you must now force that girl to be in your life. You can't. Consent is important. So even if you're a good person, you cannot force people into your life. So even if this was a good realm, doesn't mean that we must force people into this realm. Like, consent is important. We know that as a collective. So the fact that there's no consent is a red flag. And the fact that we believe that that's good, the fact that people are brought here without their consent and we treat them as if they consented to being here, that's a red flag. It seems as if something was done to us. Something that makes us not think the way that a clever being should think. Like, the way that we think is so backwards that it's crazy. Like, it's logical to think that we're mad. If there were highly advanced aliens that were observing us, they'll think we're insane, for real. Like, they wouldn't think we're dumb, they'll actually think we're insane because we behave like we're insane. Because this is insanity. We're not real. We're not intellectually honest. We're not able to see the truth. We're very biased. We are weak in so many different ways. So you can't tell me this is not a hell realm. We don't know why the fuck we're here. We don't. And by the look of look of things, we can never know why we're here. In fact, not only can we never know, we're not even supposed to know. Like, something doesn't want us to know shit. See, you're supposed to get what you're looking for, but if you're looking for the truth, you're not supposed to get it. Maybe you can get close to it, or maybe you can find the truth but not even know that you found it. You see, there's no certainty, there's no confirmation. In fact, there seems to be a force that is against people realizing the truth. So you actually get punished the more you get closer to the truth. You do not get rewarded. It's not like you get rewarded. It's not like you win when you get closer to the truth. A hell realm is a hell realm, no matter what you want to believe. You can believe you're in heaven, but that doesn't mean that you're in heaven. It's not really up to you. You can believe whatever you want to believe. You can convince yourself that no matter what happens, it's all good. You can convince yourself that while you're suffering, while other people are suffering, while your children are suffering. And the most ignorant people are the ones who cause more suffering, because they're just fucking ignorant. So they don't realize the damage that they're causing. You see, the people who are real, they cause less suffering. So that's why people who are real feel like they're good, but no one is good. Maybe I'm more real because I'm more conscious. Maybe I just don't care about what other people think of me. Maybe most people care what other people think of them, so they can't be real, they can't be honest, they can't stand for the truth, but I don't care. So that's why it's easy for me to speak the truth, regardless of how society perceives me, regardless of how people are going to treat me if they realize that I actually speak the truth, because it's taboo to speak the truth in this society. It's a hell realm. In a hell realm, people are not supposed to be happy. And this is the perfect hell realm. I've given you this example from the TV series The Good Place, where people who have died go to this place that they believe is good. I mean, they're told that it's good. Like, they're told that they're in heaven while they're actually in hell. Can you imagine? You die and you find yourself in a place that they say is heaven, and it looks beautiful, right? But you're not in heaven, you're actually in hell. When you're in that place, you are being manipulated in so many different ways that you're actually suffering. See, what happened is that they put 4 people who didn't understand one another, and they abused one another emotionally, always arguing, like never really agreed with one another, and they suffered. The beings that created that place wanted to mess with their emotions. They realized that, people actually suffer more when they don't really know that they're suffering, or when they don't really know that they've been set up to fail, to suffer, basically. Like, if you're in a place that you think is good and you're suffering, you think that you're doing something wrong. See, you're here, you're suffering, you think, I'm just doing something wrong. You think, I'm just not working hard enough, I'm just not strong enough. Like, no, that's not true. You just stay the hell room. If you weren't supposed to suffer, you wouldn't be suffering. You understand what I'm telling you? If you weren't supposed to suffer, you wouldn't be suffering. No matter what you do, you wouldn't be suffering. Most of y'all are trying to do the right thing, bro. Most of y'all are working hard. Most of y'all are trying. You're not supposed to try too hard to enjoy this. It's supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be easy to get what you want. It's supposed to be easy for you to be satisfied. But it's not. Not only it's not, it's just not possible. If like everything is a trap. You think, hey, if I became rich, then maybe I would feel better. No, you wouldn't feel better. Maybe the quality of your life would improve, but that doesn't mean that you'd feel better. No, this is a game that you're not supposed to win. No matter how you play it, you're not supposed to win this game. You're not supposed to achieve what you want to achieve, which is happiness. Because people are trying to achieve happiness, right? So you're not supposed to achieve happiness. And think about it, everyone is trying to achieve happiness, right? There's the reason why we do anything at all. We're like, hey, it's possible to achieve happiness. You look at people that are doing better than you financially, and you're like, yeah, if I had what they had, I would be happy. Because they making it seem like they are happy. See, when you see people posting their cars on Facebook, you're like, hey, they must be happy. Because you believe that you'll be happy if you had a car. See someone post their house, you're like, damn, they are happy. You see someone post their partner, you're like, damn, they're happy. But it's all a lie, isn't it? People ain't happy. I've been telling y'all that actually people just feel better when other people think they're doing better. So it's not that they are happy, it's that they feel better when they feel like other people think they are doing better. So it gets to a point where people want to prove to other people that they are happy. I've been telling you, people who are happy don't want to prove that they're happy. You don't want to prove that you are rich if you are actually rich. You understand? You think Elon wants to prove to the world that he's rich? It's not him who talks about his riches. It's other people. Like Elon net worth is like 300 billion or whatever. It's like it's others. It's other people trying to prove that nigga is rich. It's only rappers who want to prove they're rich because they grew up poor, so they want to prove everyone wrong. That, hey, look at me, motherfucker, I've made it. But really, those who have been rich for the longest time and who never wanted to prove anything to anyone, they don't really prove anything to anyone. So it's the same with happiness. Those who are actually happy, if people who are actually happy exist, they don't want to prove to anyone that they're happy because they're already happy. See, so they don't get anything from trying to prove to others that they're happy. But if you're not happy, you're bored, you're like, shit, I gotta prove to other people that I'm happy so that I'll feel a little better, so that maybe I'll get some validation, because that's the reason why you want to prove to other people that you're happy. You want to get validation. You want that girl that you like to feel like you're happy so that you want you. That guy that you like to think that you're happy. No. If you're coming from a bad relationship, you want your ex-boyfriend to think that you're happy. See how fucked up we are. So you cannot tell me this is not a hell realm. We just need to be conscious enough and think right. Because it almost seems as if something has blocked our ability to think rationally. Like we're on survival mode. So we're thinking in terms of survival, like what's gonna make me survive? What's gonna make my life better? If I speak the truth, will my life be better? If I understand the truth, will my life be better? Everything tells us that this is a hell room. Everything. Like there's nothing that tells us that this is not a hell room. Some people think that the fact that sometimes we get a break proves that we're not in a hell realm. No. We're not supposed to think we're in a real room. So we are supposed to get a break sometimes so that we'll think, hey, we're not in a hell realm, right? Just like the in the series The Good Place, they were not supposed to realize that they're in hell. So yes, sometimes things have to go their way, but they have to suffer and think, oh, we're suffering because we just don't understand each other. Why don't you understand each other? Why are you programmed in a way that makes it impossible for you to understand the people that are making your life hard, the people that are suffering because of you, because you don't understand them? It's like if you have a son who is gay and you don't understand that, your son is going to suffer because you don't understand why he's gay, right? So he's going to suffer. Why did the universe program life that way? You might think, hey, maybe my son will change. Or if you are gay and you have a father who doesn't understand you, like, oh, maybe my father will change. Maybe if I try to explain to him why I'm the way that I like, they can't understand you. The universe didn't program them to understand you. So yeah, you suffer because of that. So a hell room is a hell room no matter what you tell yourself. You can tell yourself different stories. You can tell yourself that there's God who's going to save you. You can tell yourself that, yeah, you just need to meditate, you just need this and that. Look, you're simply in a hell room. There's no lie that you can tell yourself that's going to save you. Know the truth, and the truth will set you free. That means that you must acknowledge the real truth. You must acknowledge the truth about this realm. Yes, acknowledging the truth is going to confuse you at first, like you'll be confused. Right, you'll be confused at first. But in the end, you will be free. In the end, the truth will set you free. There's nothing more powerful than truth. See, we're in the mess that we're in today because of the lies that we tell ourselves. It's not because of the truth that we tell ourselves. It's the lies. It's the lies that are making things worse. The truth make things better. If we're all truthful, we will actually be able to turn this hell into heaven very easily if we're all truthful. But you can see that we can't all be truthful. So if you are truthful, you're going to suffer for being truthful, because not only can we not all be truthful, most of us cannot be truthful. So you get punished for being truthful. You get punished for being real, because many people ain't real. You see, the kids that got bullied when they were young were the kids that were different. If you're different, you become a target automatically. If you are in the minority, you become a target. So if there ain't that many people like you become a target, because it's a hell room. It's like if you were in prison. If you were in a minority, you become a target because you're not powerful. It's not about truth, it's about power. Remember, there's this guy, I just forgot his name. He's a villain in Harry Potter movies. He said there's no right or wrong, no good or bad people. There's just power, and those who are too weak to pursue it. And it's not wrong in a way. The realm works the way that it works. It has its own unspoken rules. And we can say what we say, but it will always be what it is. It's a hell room. So to judge people, you must not judge them as if you are in this realm. You must judge them as if you're outside of it, and you're just observing all the nonsense that's happening, and you're like, I don't like this. The same way that an internationalist will, look at what's happening and be like, I don't like this, and I don't want to bring anyone into this room. Like, you don't judge what's happening because you want to fix it, because it's not supposed to be fixed. You judge what's happening because you want to evolve and be free. So when you look outside, you look at people having conversations. You see the cars moving. You're not aware of the things that people are going through, the problems that they're going through in their own personal lives. You look at Benedictine, you're like, oh, he's making a video, he's cool. You don't know what I'm going through in my personal life. I don't know what you're going through in your personal life. It seems like people got problems for days. And some of the problems that they have might not seem like problems to me, but these problems that they have are not giving them peace. Just because in this hell realm, we weren't programmed to respond the same way to things. Some people really can't stand being poor, but some people, even if they're suffering because they're poor, but it's all good. Some people can't stand being single, or some people choose to be single. Some people can't handle breakups, while some people move on easily because they tell themselves that, well, it just didn't work. I can't force it to work. It just means that it didn't work. Some people can't handle rejection, or some people tell themselves that it just means that I'm not the one. Like, we suffer in so many different ways. Like, we've suffered so much that we've become numb. It's cold right now. I'm not wearing a jersey, so I'm suffering because it's cold, but it's no longer a big deal because I've suffered worse, so it's nothing. Maybe you've injured your leg. When you walk, you feel pain, but it's nothing because you've dealt with problems that are much worse. Maybe you're sick, but it's nothing because you've dealt with problems that are worse. But no one is really good. So shouldn't that be telling us something? Shouldn't we be as honest as possible with ourselves? Well, people drink because they're trying to dumb down. And they're too conscious, so they're trying to dumb down like shit. Can't be dealing with reality, so I gotta dumb down a little, and then they feel better. So alcohol makes people dumb. When you look at what's happening when people are drunk, you'll see that it makes people dumb, but they feel better when they're dumb. Doesn't that tell you that, why the people who are stupid feel much better than people who are very intelligent? So when you dumb down, you feel better. When you wise up, you feel worse, because you start seeing the truth, and the truth is horrible. The truth is wicked. Isn't it weird that every religion or every major religion tells us that this is not a good place? These religions might not necessarily tell us that this is a hell room, but they do tell us that this is not a good place, that there is a better place, or that we can fix this place, but we can't. I remember Said Guri saying that they tell us that there is a heaven, so that we will not fix this place. If we believe there's no heaven, we'll try to fix this place. Like, no, we wouldn't be able to fix this place, because people are not programmed to think the same way, and life is not treating people the same, and everyone is selfish, so they're viewing things from that perspective. Value alignment problem is a real problem. If someone tried to change the world, and now that makes it hard for me to get what I value, but it's much easier for other people to get what they value, I'm gonna have a problem. So the value alignment problem is a real problem. Plus, we don't like the same things, and life is not treating us the same way. So there's there's no way to fix the problems that we have as long as we're dealing with different beings that are self-aware. There's just no way. It's just that we are very resilient as humans. We will tell ourselves that we'll be able to fix the problems that we have because we're very resilient, we're very strong, but no matter how hard we try, we're never able to. So that's what said Guru fails to realize. He can say, hey, if we believe there's no heaven, we'll be able to fix this world. No matter what we believe, we're never going to be able to fix this world. It doesn't matter what you believe. No, this world was just not supposed to be fixed. Just like I tell you that there are no bugs here. And if there are bugs, ole. Sure. If there are bugs, it's people who speak the truth. Like in the Matrix, the way the Matrix works is the way that it was supposed to work. But Neo was the bug, right? The one who stood against the Matrix was the bug. So, yeah, that's kind of how this world works, I guess. So if there are bugs, I guess it's the people who stand up against this world. But suffering is not a bug, it's a future. So those who stand up against suffering, they are the bugs, I guess. So let's be as honest as possible, and we'll realize that this world is not what it seems to be. It's only through intellectual honesty that we can see the real truth. Not through the lies that we're telling ourselves. Now, that's one of the biggest reasons why I never liked religion, when you know something is a lie and it's so damn obvious that it doesn't make sense that other people ain't able to see that it's a lie. Like, it becomes unbelievable. So a hell room is a hell room, no matter what you tell yourself. Thank you.